Hey everybody, it's Kia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you guys our October 2020 budget and our first paycheck budget for the month. I figured I would just kind of combine the two budgets together. That way, we weren't spreading them out so far, but we've really been trying to think about our budget this month, what we wanted to accomplish, as well as where we were going forward for the month. So we did have a couple changes, and I'll talk about them a little more as we kind of go through the budget. But let's go ahead and dive in. I do have both pages to our budget spread visible right now, but I figured we would just go through one page at a time. I did make a slight change to my budget template over here. I decided that we are really enjoying doing the monthly meal planning list, and I wanted to make this section over here for our meal plan. That way, as I was doing our grocery budgeting, things like that, that's what I could work off of. And then it just kind of keeps it front and center. It doesn't get lost, things like that. And then we do have a meal plan chalkboard thing in the kitchen that I like to write them down on. So that is going to be working out pretty well for us. I do like to have an idea of what we're going to be doing throughout the month, and I think it actually helped us overall with our spending last month. So really excited about that. So let me go ahead and organize these a little better, and we will zoom in. Okay, so I have y'all zoomed in. This is going to be a 3 payday month for us. We're going to have quite a bit going on, and please ignore my purple pointer finger. I helped my older daughter dye her hair over the weekend, and even with the gloves, I've stained my fingers. So I'm just going to have to work around that. But we do have 3 paydays for my paycheck this month. My husband gets paid bi-monthly, so he actually won't have 3 paydays. But we do have that. The other thing that we have is because of the new auto insurance schedule and stuff, we do not have a payment this month for that. And I did get all of the annual income-based repayment plan notifications back from our student loan providers, and our student loans are increasing. They are based off of our income. Last year, my husband did work all year, so he made a little more than we did in the prior year, and that has caused our student loans to go up a little bit. We are still only paying on one of the student loans, so you'll see that when we get down to the expenses, but I wanted to make a note that they have increased, and I've been going through the budget, and until we start making payments on those in January, I'm going to be using that money for our debt snowball. So that is something that's happening this month. So for my husband's paycheck, I know that the first paycheck of the month is going to be short. He actually had a day off for the holiday. He doesn't get paid for holiday time. And then he was out sick one day. So I have budgeted for that. I did kind of wait until I got his paycheck to see if where I guesstimated it was going to be was pretty close, and we were right about where I thought we were going to be. I do expect 3 paydays for me. So I did $2,500 for my husband and $5,550 for me. That's without any bonuses. And then miscellaneous, we still need to take care of that oil change on the Highlander. My husband has not been able to go in and take care of that yet because they switched his schedule, and they have just been really busy at lunchtime. So he hasn't been able to do that, and that's about the time he gets off work. So hopefully he'll be able to do that this payday. I did calculate our roll forward. It's going to be $1,740, and that leaves income to work with for the month of $9,860. Current goals for the month: we are going to pay off that second iPhone. That's going to free up almost $50 more a month. And then the next thing that we're going to be working on is working towards paying off some of the items that are on my credit report. We're hoping maybe in the spring we can look at possibly either doing a home equity line of credit or maybe something like that to kind of consolidate our stuff, see if we can pay it off even faster, decrease those interest rates, things like that. So we're going to start working on paying off things that do show up on my credit. So the first one we're going to do is our JCPenney's card, And then the next thing that we're going to do is the Capital One MasterCard that's in my name. Both of them are right around, they were both under $700 each. So I think with the third payday this month, we should be able to meet that. But we do have another change coming up, which I'll talk about here in a bit. So I'm not sure if we're going to completely meet that, but I'm going to strive really hard to pay off that third card this month. Now, auto expense. We have not been using the full $100 for auto fuel, so I decided to decrease that to $75 a paycheck. And then I did add on the $70 for the oil change. So for the month, I'm guesstimating about $220 for auto expense. I have shifted around some of the things that we pay every month. So I have been including and shopping the YNAB subscription that we've been paying. That one's $11.99. I also have a subscription to Adobe, which is how I've created these. It's also got the video editing software, as well as Photoshop and things like that. And that's about $30 a month. So I've included those items up here in entertainment. That way I just have a better picture of what shopping really is. Gifts, we have 2 birthdays this month, as well as my parents' anniversary. So we're going to put $100 aside for gifts. My sister's fiance's birthday is earlier this month, and then my parents' anniversary is going to be about mid-month, and then my son's birthday is towards the end of the month. Groceries, we are going to go ahead and increase this. We're going to shoot for $815 for groceries. Like I said before, we're still kind of stocking up on some stuff. The pantry got pretty bare. And then, of course, we'll have our regular grocery shopping. So I think that we'll be able to do it for $815. Kids allowance, I do budget $20 a month for that. I like to get it done out of the way, out of the very first paycheck if possible. We're going to have my normal life insurance. Medical, my husband's going to have his therapy visits as well as kind of an annual visit, just for a regular checkup, things like that. So we're going to do $280 for that. We're going to have our mortgage, pets. I will need to go ahead and start stocking up a little more on dog food since it's winter. They're starting to eat a little more. So I'm going to do $80 because I don't need cat food this time. And I purchased the fish tank supplies last time, so I shouldn't need anything for that for a little bit. Shopping, we're going to shoot for going below $135. Shopping includes paper towels, toilet paper, personal care items, things like that. We're going to have both of our auto loans for $695. Our student loan, the one that I am paying on, has increased to just under $50, so I'm going to budget $50 for that. The cell phones, I'm not really sure what that's going to end up being because we are working on paying off those phones. Last month it was below $300, and I think I'm going to be able to pay off that iPhone on this month before they issue the bill. So I'm going to shoot for $320, and then we'll just kind of see how things go. Fund money, we are going to do $135. That is actually going to be $70 for my husband throughout the month and $65 for me, I think. I really need a haircut this month, so I'm going to go in this coming week for a new haircut. And then we do need some cleaning supplies, things like that. So I figured I'd put $60 towards household supplies. So total expenses for the month were estimating $3,885. And then because it is a 3 payday month, one of the things I wanted to focus on was trying to pay off an extra item if we can. And then I also want to start putting money aside for homeschool. That's going to be coming up in the spring and next year, as well as some Christmas money. So we're going to put $450 aside for homeschool money, and then we're going to do $500 for Christmas this month. And then our roll forward at the end of the month, I'm guesstimating it's going to be $1,995 because I do like to budget ahead of time for some of those expenses that are going to be coming up in that future month. So I do like to do that. So we're going to have sinking funds for $2,945. And then coming over here, to our debt section. You can see our monthly meal plan. We're going to be doing potato soup, beef stew, vegetable soup, lots of just really quick, easy fall stuff. Grilled cheese, or I'm sorry, grilled chicken, not grilled cheese, but we'll probably do grilled cheese for an easy late night dinner or something. Hamburgers, omelets, breakfast burritos, Cajun. We like to do kind of a Cajun mixture with chicken and sausage, things like that. Spaghetti, lasagna, chicken tacos, Swiss steak, tuna noodles. We'll also have stuff for regular spaghetti, chili, things like that, that we can kind of mix in between. And those are things that we already have stuff in our house for. So, but moving on to our debt. So we're going to make minimum payments on both Credit One accounts. JCPenney's, we're going to try and pay that one off. So I'm guesstimating it's going to be $705. I'm going to have to see on the pay periods kind of when that other one hits. I think we're going to end up with some interest, so we might go slightly over that, but that's okay. I just want it paid off this month. State Farm, that's going to be a minimum payment. Same thing with Wayfair, Capital One, Best Buy. Now the Amazon store account, I have decreased this payment back down to $35. They are now charging that Kindle Unlimited subscription out of the bank account, which was another increase in entertainment for us. So let's see. City Card, I'm going to do $50. That's the minimum. Same thing with Discover's. Sam's Club, that's the minimum. Capital One, GMC, and my husband's little Visa card, that's $35 and $25. Chase, we're just doing our $60 for that one. Bank of America Visa is $25. And then I think I'm going to have at least $450 to put towards the Capital One MasterCard, mine that we're going to try to pay off. I think the balance is right around $550. So I'm going to have about $100 that I need to try and come up with in order to meet that goal. So we'll kind of have to see how things go there. PayPal, we're doing $60 towards that. Newegg's $35. The iPhone, I think that's going to be about $695 to pay off. And then we are going to start paying towards those attorney fees. So my husband's boss did finally get with him this payday. It has been forever since I've talked about it. And they're going to start doing $150 out of each paycheck to start covering that. Of course, we already got our first paycheck, and it was not listed on that pay stub, so it'll pick up the next paycheck. So we're going to do $150 this month towards that. So our total debt payments for the month is going to be $3,030. And with the way I have everything laid out, it is a zero-based budget. Anything extra will be a roll forward that covers bills for next payday or goes into a sinking fund. Okay, so now that we went through the monthly budget, I do have our paycheck budget here. So the very first payday, like I said, my husband was going to have 2 days on this paycheck that were not covered. So I was estimating $1,100. It actually came out to $1,173. I have a normal payday because my bonus was pushed into last month. So just normal paydays all month. Miscellaneous is actually to cover that oil change for the Highlander. And then the roll forward at the beginning of the month was $1,740. So total income to work with this pay period is $4,760. We are going to shoot for that oil change, so I'm going to do $75 for the auto fuel and another $70 for that oil change. Entertainment and subscriptions, we're going to do $50. Gifts, I'm going to do $50 this payday. Groceries, we're going to do $550. My allowance money, I'm going to do $65. That's so that I can go ahead and get a little bit of makeup as well as a haircut that I really need. Kids allowance, we're going to go ahead and put that aside. Medical, I'm going to do $215. That should cover one therapy visit as well as that doctor's visit that he needs to do. Mortgage is going to be $845. Pets, we're going to do 80. That should happen on the 3rd, and by the time you're watching this, it's already going to happen. Shopping, we're going to do $85. Utilities is going to be $305. Now this covers our electric, water, and our gas. We'll have our internet bill at the end of the month. Student loans, we're going to do $50 towards that, which should happen right before this coming payday. And then I'm going to do $50 towards my husband's allowance. So that gives us total expenses for $2510. We're not really going to contribute to any of our sinking funds right now. We should have about $1,100 left over for roll forward after this paycheck. And then we're really going to be focusing on trying to pay those things off. After we pay those things off, that's when I'll start kind of looking at our sinking funds and figure out how much we really have to contribute to the homeschool and the Christmas fund. But we're really going to try to shoot for paying those 3 items off this month. So at the beginning of the month, we're going to have our normal credit cards. We're going to have State Farm, JC Penney's, Wayfair, Capital One. This is my Capital One account, Best Buy, Amazon Store, and then we're going to do our debt snowball payment towards the iPhone. So we're going to have total debt expenses for $1,150 this payday. And I have actually already started getting all the money transferred around and stuff so we can pay off that iPhone. And any extra, I just made a little note down at the very, very bottom that we're going to be applying it towards that MasterCard account so that we can get that thing paid off. So that is our paycheck budget and our monthly budget for October. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope you're as excited about October as we are. I cannot wait to really see how the month goes. There's going to be several things happening this month. I am starting to study for the CPA exams. Like I said, we've got birthdays and just all sorts of fun, wonderful things coming up. So super, super excited about the month. So I can't wait to see you again next time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining me. Bye, you guys.